I have updates. This is the carburetor. All the parts are ready for reassembly. I have Cerakoted this. It's not black, but there's a good reason for that, and that is because this coating is exothermic, for lack of a better word. It dissipates heat a lot better than regular metal. So, figured that would be good for the carburetor. Still fuel resistant, chemical resistant, all that stuff. Went in, tried to clean up things as best as I could in all the tight spaces. You'll note over here, immediately, what is missing is, let me get my pointing device, another one of those, which I alluded to myself I would probably lose. Turns out, threw it away. So I'll have to find another one of those. It's a carb float keeper. But that's the carburetor. Carburetor's ready to go back together for the most part. I have new reeds on the reed block. They're in this little bag. The piston has been coated, so this is not the piston, but it looks like this. This is for an SL350. Ring landings, not coated, because apparently you're not supposed to do that. Top has a high heat coating, side has a lubricity coating. Engine sitting over here doing fine. Got these little thingies, they're 3D printed from somebody and they work great. There's supposed to be one on this cover here, and there wasn't, and water got in there and messed things up there. Cylinder is about ready to go in for boring. Went ahead and cleaned things up a little bit on the ports. Transfer port's a little harder to get to. That exhaust port though, probably can't see it because it's not in focus and it's dim in here. Real shiny, but I think I'm going to blast that and use the high temperature Cerakote on it because I have it and it's expensive and I think that would work. Head, kind of the same deal. We've coated the bottom. Focus, thank you. I'm going to go back. In my infinite wisdom, when I was a younger kid, I thought this engine's going to look really cool all black. This is powder coat. I powder coated it, and not great, apparently, for air-cooled engines. So it's going to get blasted anyway, and this will get the same coating that's on the carburetor. So the heat emissive Cerakote, so it sheds heat a little bit better. That's the idea. It'll be a gray. I'll polish the edges of the fins and then stick things back together. That's the motor. I'll go over to the actual motorcycle, the frame, and show you what's up with that. So mostly going back together. Frame was painted, some things were painted, lots of the original parts just put back on with stainless hardware because, you know, rust or something. This is the coating also on the airbox and the toolbox because it was out. Waiting on some stainless steel clamps for the hoses. Cables mostly back together. Think I have them routed right. Got the front fender on. Got the brakes back on. Here's our coated brake pivot rod, whatever they call that. We'll go around to the other side. Nothing crazy. Have our oil tank. Have coil. Somehow along the way, but not really me, lost the skid plate and the original chain guard that would go over here, which is a real shame because I don't want to buy those, but probably going to have to. Wiring, working on the routing, getting that back together. We'll come up here. Steering head has new tapered roller bearings in it. However, when you do that, I don't know if we could tell in here, but there is about a 2mm gap, so essentially that manifests here. So I need to get a spacer for that. The distance between the lower triple tree clamp and the upper one physically won't compress enough to snug those down. So I'm just going to get some rubber O-rings, put them in there. Key switch rebuilt, gauges put on, hand guards put on, new throttle cable mostly in. Grips, we have our LED blinkers on the front to be street legal. Headlight needs to go in. More stainless hardware on our rusty old reflectors. Fender got mounted though, and that's good. That's about it. This is one of my favorite parts. The high beam indicator is a Sasquatch, which you can't really see. There it is. So I think that's classy. The bars are fat bars off of KTM something, thanks to eBay. And that's the motorcycle. So it's not as bad as it could be. I might put the motor in and let the cylinder get worked on and do all that. Rear LED blinkers, just Amazon stuff. They have internal flashers, so I don't think I need an external flasher, which is great, because when the battery box goes in here, there's going to be a lot of new stuff going on. But that'll be its own little thing that I will keep you updated on. The end.